Hello, everybody, and I would like to thank my wonderful subscribers. Hello, everybody, and welcome to part 2 of 4 True Stories from the Bad Guy's Perspective. Last time, we had a really bad guy who got his comeuppance when the hunter became the hunted. And then we had a story where a new criminal who liked to steal shit, he may have been hallucinating, who knows? But yeah, I can't wait to see what the other bad people were like. So yeah, start this right now. Here we go, let's do this shit. You do this! Anonymous again! I expected.
I've been watching your videos for many years. Some of the stories you've narrated have reminded me of myself.
That was weird. What was that?
I've been watching your videos for many stories you've narrated.
That's weird. I thought it was like an effect that was being used, but I think he just retorted over that part.
Have reminded me of myself and something I've done in the past.
Ooh,
what did you do? It, but I think it would be interesting for your viewers to hear a story from the quote bad guy's perspective.
Ooh.
For that reason, I'll obviously choose to stay anonymous.
Duh, you should.
So, I wouldn't say I was a bad person before this.
Okay.
I mostly kept to myself, went to class, did what I had to do, and went home. I'd always been socially awkward. And I didn't really have friends, but it never bothered me that much because that was normal to me in my school days.
Of course,
Then one day, I got paired with a girl for a presentation in one of my classes.
Oh no, what did you do?
I'll call her Emily. She was normal and easy to talk to. The
That's
kind of
nice.
person who made group work enjoyable.
Yeah.
The first time we met up in the library,
I have a group project
for about an hour. But I found myself paying attention to things that had nothing to do with the project.
Her.
Small things about her and the way she talked and wrote. I realized instantly I had a thing for her.
Damn.
After that, we exchanged numbers to stay in touch about the presentation.
Ooh. You know, you don't have to stop having her number after it's done. This could be a gateway to something.
That night, I looked her up online. It wasn't hard to find her after saving her number so I could see her Snapchat profile through contacts.
Yeah.
Which is how I got her name.
What was
Within a few minutes, I had her Instagram.
Oh, it's Emily. Why did I say that?
Just kept going. I thought it was harmless.
What?
I was just curious because honestly, this was the only real female interaction I had for a long time.
Damn.
And I was infatuated.
Yeah.
I scrolled through her photos. I saw where she went, who she spent time with.
Well, it's a public account. This isn't really anything bad. Like, the way you're saying it makes it sound very creepy, but they basically just, like, you know, this is mostly how, like, people do stuff nowadays.
And I started noticing details in the background that I could kind of piece together.
Oh, no.
It turned into me checking her accounts constantly, like it had become part of my routine.
Looking for where she is?
In a few days, I had a pretty good idea of what neighborhood she lived in.
Oh.
I took things too far.
Yeah.
I looked up how to find someone's address with their phone number.
Okay.
I realized how easy it is. When I found it, I drove past her house once. Then I circled back and slowed down. There was a light on upstairs.
Okay, well now this is going too far.
I noticed the red car parked in front of the house that I was pretty sure was hers because it had a parking sticker for our college on the side window.
Oh my god.
I should have stopped there.
Yes.
I got addicted to stalking this girl.
Oh god.
It turned into something I did a couple nights a week.
Damn.
I always stayed in the car and told myself I wasn't crossing a line, even though I clearly already had.
I mean, it's
One
creepy.
night I was parked a little further down the street and noticed the blinds in the upstairs window shift a little bit.
Oh.
I saw someone peering out the window.
Oh shit.
I couldn't tell if it was her, but it was definitely someone peering out.
I would be
I
worried.
started freaking out, thinking she or a family member noticed me and was onto me. I left right away, perhaps making it more suspicious.
Damn.
The whole drive home, I couldn't stop thinking about it.
What?
The next day in class,
What?
Emily acted completely normal.
Okay.
At one point, she had a comment that made my heart drop.
What is it?
She made a subtle comment about some of the boys at the school being creepy, and that she was dealing with a stalker situation.
Oh.
I didn't ask her to go deeper into it, because
Okay, your best hope now is that she doesn't know it's you, and you never do this again.
I was terrified to know if she was referring to me.
She
After
probably
that, I
is.
stopped going near her house. I
Good.
stopped checking her profile as much, too.
Good.
I was convinced she might have caught on, and I didn't want to push it further.
She
Now, here's where
has.
things really started messing with my head.
What?
At this time, I was living in my grandparents' house. That was handed down to my parents after they both passed. And I still
Okay.
do live here. So, I was alone. I was in my room at like 9 o'clock at night. I
Yeah.
heard something outside,
Oh,
like
no.
a light tap against the window.
Oh,
I
God.
heard someone.
Who could this be? I can't see why it would be her. Like, what time the victim goes to their own doctor's house to see if it's them?
Ominously tapping their finger on the glass.
What?
I mean, it sounded like someone brushing up against the glass as if trying to look inside. I was
Oh.
too scared to go look, though.
You should
The next
be.
night, it happened again. But this time, it sounded like it was coming from a different side of the house. This was when I knew it wasn't a coincidence.
Yeah.
And it only got worse.
What are you
I
gonna
started
do?
seeing shapes through the blinds. Someone standing too close to the window. It
Okay.
was never clear enough to see who it was. Just enough to know that there was a person or multiple people circling my house.
Yeah.
I stopped opening the blinds completely after that. I
Good.
stayed in my room with the door locked and the lights off.
Thank you.
This went on for days. I stopped going to class entirely.
What?
I barely left my room unless I had to.
What?
There was
But what about what about your homework or your schedule work? What do you mean you stayed in your house? What about showering? Does your bedroom just have a shower and a toilet? You can't just stay in your house because people are like outside of your house. What, are they there 24/7? There's no way.
person or group of people trying to see if I was home. I started using my limited money to have any food or necessities delivered.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to leave the house.
Delivered.
Every sound made me feel like someone was right outside.
Oh, God.
During all of
You're
this,
paranoid.
Emily started texting me asking if I was okay since I hadn't shown up to class or responded about the project.
Yeah.
I didn't answer right away, but eventually
You
I
should.
replied and told her I was sorry and asked her to please stop sending people to my house.
But don't say that. One, she'd be super fucking confused if she had no idea what you're talking about. Hey, what a complete non-sequitur if it isn't her. And I guess if it is her, then I don't know. I guess it's good that you apologized. Well, actually, you didn't. All you said was, please stop sending people to my house. That's not an apology. Also, now you sound really paranoid and guilty of something. Because she already has a doctor situation, and it's you.
As soon as I sent it, I regretted it.
Yeah.
Her response came a few minutes
What
later.
is it?
The typing bubble came up, then disappeared,
Shit.
then came up,
Oh.
then disappeared.
Shit.
I watched the whole time as she was definitely trying to figure out how to respond.
How
When
is she
she
gonna
did,
do it?
She responded confused and concerned, asking
Damn
what
it.
I was talking about.
It not.
That
It
was
not.
the moment it really
yeah.
hit me that maybe she had nothing to do with
Yeah.
any of this. I tried to play it off like I sent that message to the wrong person, and she surprisingly didn't question it after that.
Well, yeah, it had
The damage
nothing
was
to do
already
with
done in my
her.
head. That night was the worst it had been.
Okay, well, now what you have to do, you have to call the police. Because if it had nothing to do with her, and there's no proof of you doing anything wrong, you should go to the police by this point. Because if it's truly unrelated, you should be fine.
It was late, and I was sitting on my bed in the dark when the doorbell rang. It came out of nowhere and made my heart jump.
You
I lay
better,
still for a few seconds
you better
before
go to the
getting up,
peephole.
walking downstairs with all the lights still off.
If they're a
Yes,
peephole,
I was living in darkness for days.
damn.
I stood near the door without opening it, just to listen.
If they're a peephole,
The person on the other side must have heard me,
Shit.
because they asked me to open the door.
No.
Not asked. They told me to. I
open the
told them
door.
I didn't order anything. The tone on the other side got more aggressive, telling me to open the door like it wasn't a request anymore.
Call
didn't respond. I
911.
just backed away and went upstairs as quietly as I could.
Call.
Then I locked myself in my room. They spammed the doorbell for a solid minute. I
Yeah.
was hiding in my bed like a coward. After a minute or two, they stopped. I went to stay with my parents for a few days, not telling them the
Good.
reason, because I didn't want to explain my creepy actions.
You wouldn't have to. I mean, maybe it is related. Maybe it's her parents. But unless they can somehow prove that you are related, I'm pretty sure, like, what they're doing is slightly worse than what you're doing. Because if your friend has no idea what's going on, then clearly you have been more affected than she has. So here's what I would have done. As soon as all this shit started happening, I would record it. I would film it. Like, every time I saw somebody on the windows, and like, even this time, when there was somebody spamming the doorbell, I would record it. And then, I would call 911 after it hit a breaking point, and hopefully all this evidence will help me. That's what I would do.
The rest of my time working with Emily in class was very awkward.
I bet.
I never found out if she sent her family or friends or whoever to my house.
I mean, maybe.
It wasn't her. I don't know who it could have been.
It could have been unrelated.
I went to her house again or stalked her page again.
Good.
Whoever was coming to my house lost interest after I spent like 5 days at my parents' house. I got a taste of my own medicine, and I never want that to happen again.
It was more like a different taste of medicine, like... Yeah, okay, what you did was awful, but like, at least you didn't force her to stay in her house multiple days in utter paranoia. Like, she still went to school. You were hiding under your bed at the flipping tower, not coming out and having food delivered. You were a mess for multiple days. You got the worst end of the stick on that one. Story 4 by who? Is it anonymous, or is the name literally just a space bar?
2 years ago, I was what you would call lost in life.
Okay.
I didn't have any direction. I worked dead-end
like
jobs,
me,
had no relationships,
but younger.
just blindly went through life. Something was missing in my life.
Happiness,
I tried filling the void with a lot of different fixes, but I was always left feeling empty.
Criminality.
Until one day, I did something strange. Something that gave me such a rush. I trespassed into a home in my neighborhood.
Okay.
Don't worry, I know how sketchy this is.
Like what? What kind of trespassing?
I knew the owners of the house, and I knew they were at work that day.
Yeah?
Earlier that morning, they had some workers go to their house to do some kind of construction project. I just happened to see them leave for lunch when I was on a walk.
And you decided to hop fence?
But I went to the front door and checked if it was locked.
It wasn't?
And it wasn't.
Ooh.
I walked inside and just took a self-tour of their home. This rush of being inside someone else's house was
when they weren't there, and it had to feel amazing.
I stayed at their house for several minutes and then left before the construction crew came back.
I can only imagine the rush of that.
I started breaking into homes I knew were empty, just for the thrill of it.
Yeah.
I never took anything.
Okay, that's
I would just walk
good.
around and observe people's living spaces. I would get this eerie rush standing in a room. Just the feeling of knowing I was there and the person
you weren't
had no
supposed
idea.
to be.
It was an amazing feeling for me. But just like every other fix in my life, this started to get old as well.
It hollowed out.
That eerie rush eventually just disappeared.
Aww.
Knowing I was in the house soon became not enough.
You wanted something from it?
I started calling myself a reverse thief.
How?
I would go into these homes and leave something behind. Something inconspicuous.
Like what?
Even though I would never see the reaction with my own eyes,
you would feel
I would fantasize about their reactions.
Damn.
For example, one time I left a folded blanket on a living room couch. A blanket that...
What? Like, a blanket from your house that you gave to them? So you're like a really evil Robin Hood. The name is sort of Robin Hood.
That I brought with me. Not one that the owners already had in the house. The idea of the conversations that would start made me almost giddy.
Yeah.
It was like a small child on Christmas. In hindsight,
it is
I know
childish.
how twisted this is.
Oh yeah,
if I came home and saw something like that, I would probably freak out and call the cops.
Totally.
This reverse thief thing I was doing became my
life.
Bad? I would literally base my entire week around it.
Damn.
I started to people watch intensely.
I guess that's, that kind of what you have to do when you don't have a person, if you just, get into small activity like this.
Once I had an idea of their schedule,
Yeah.
I would locate the home and find a weak area to enter the house when the owners weren't home.
Okay.
You'd be surprised how many people have a key under a doormat or a fake rock thing that holds a spare key.
Wow.
It was only a matter of time.
So glad that my family doesn't do that.
I started getting really dark. To give you an idea of how messed up I was,
what?
I'll share this little story.
Okay, tell me about it.
I left a big pink hair tie and an eyeshadow pencil in the bathroom of a house.
Okay. Wait! Was the idea to make it seem like the person cheated with somebody else? Is that the idea? Like, oh hey, how did this other person get into our house? Was that the idea, or am I misinterpreting it?
I hid in a bush on the side of the house and waited for the couple to get home from work.
Oh my god.
I needed to hear this reaction. The woman got home first.
Oh
and
no.
She was not pleased. Her husband got home shortly after.
Okay.
And they began to fight.
Oh no.
He obviously had no idea what she was talking
about.
But the evidence was there.
Yeah.
Can you imagine coming home and finding something like that?
Okay. Sure. This is evil. Okay, well, it's a low kind of evil, but it's still, it's abominable.
It wouldn't end well for anyone.
Yeah.
I became this mischievous little monster, and
yeah.
I loved it. It was only a matter of time before I got a taste of my own medicine.
Good.
One afternoon, when I got home from work, I noticed something on my counter in the kitchen.
Ooh.
It was a little vase with one small yellow flower.
Shit.
This is for sure something that wasn't there when I left that morning.
Ooh.
Next to the vase was a note. It was written in
We got you.
And said, "We know it was you."
Shit.
Sick. I checked all.
Oh yeah, and you know that they know it's you. You are fucked. They could go to the police at any time. Presuming that they have evidence. This isn't just oh, they may know it was you, but not definite. They know it's you. They broke into your house to do this. You're fucked.
All my locks, and everything appeared to be locked up. I couldn't think of anyone who could have done this to me.
Any of them.
So careful not to leave a trail.
You don't know that. It might have been tamblized.
The door. Calling the cops wasn't an option.
Duh.
This person actually knew who I was. They could...
What do you mean? If they actually knew who I was? You think they broke into your house and put a flower there under the assumption that maybe you were the person? Or are you assuming that they did it to everybody else? And that they just happened to get the right person? No, they know. I don't know if they have proof, but they know it's you.
It ruined me. I thought about going back to my parents' house, but that was a headache I didn't want to deal with.
What's wrong with your parents?
I did some soul searching. I decided it was time to end my reverse thief charade.
Yeah.
I woke up in the morning expecting to have another surprise.
No.
Thankfully, there was nothing.
Good.
I ran some errands, but when I got back home,
what?
I wasn't so lucky.
Oh, no.
This time, I did have another surprise waiting for me. Once again, on the counter was a note accompanied by a dead bird.
Oh, God.
It said, "We're coming for you."
Oh, no.
At that moment, I ran to the bedroom and started packing a bag. I was going to stay at my parents' house until I could figure out a plan.
Okay. What would I do in this situation? Here is something I just came up with, and here's what I would do. Right after I saw all this shit, I would write a note too. I would try to write my most sincere apology of my entire life. I would beg for mercy. Yeah. And of course, I would also have a getaway bag too. I don't know, because obviously, you guys probably couldn't meet face to face, but if they are leaving notes in this same area, then you could also leave a note on the counter and hope that they will read it.
When I got to the room, I heard something shuffling.
Oh shit! They're in the house.
From the room. I heard something from the vent. I went over and put my ear to the vent that was on the ground.
Shit.
There was movement coming from downstairs in the
Oh,
basement.
God.
There was no doubt in my mind that someone was down there.
Oh, God.
While listening, I could hear voices. They were too muffled to understand what they were saying. At least, I thought they were voices. I slowly got up.
Okay.
I was trying not to make any noise, even though I had already been home for several minutes. I grabbed my bag and slowly made my way to the door. Each step I took, I felt like I was making a lot of noise. Every time I thought I heard something, I would freeze.
Yeah.
Once I realized it was nothing,
because they're in your house.
I got to the front door, which was located right next to the door that led to the basement. My curiosity was killing me.
What?
I wanted to know who was messing with me and who was potentially in my house. I opened the basement
Give me 1
door.
minute. Okay.
I could hear quiet voices talking. I was sure that they were voices now. As I took one step onto the creaky wooden stairs, I heard a loud shh.
I don't have... Oh, shit.
I shouted down the stairs, but nobody
Who
shouted
is
back.
it?
I knew I heard voices literally 3 seconds ago.
Okay.
I was
You
too
have a
scared to go down
flashlight.
and look, especially if there were more than one person. I turned around and slammed the basement door.
Really? Okay. Here's what I would have done. You already went the mile of actually confronting them. You just weren't confident enough to go all the way. So, like, I think you should try to talk to them. Maybe I try to negotiate some sort of agreement. Apologize about what you've done. Beg for mercy. Do it in person this time.
I crept out of the house quietly.
What are you gonna do now? Your
I got out
fault.
of my car and I kept looking back at the house to see if anyone followed me.
Why did you
Nobody
do
ever
the
did.
overreact?
I drove to my parents' house and told them I needed to stay there for a few days because the landlord at my place was fixing some plumbing issues. I stayed at my parents' house
Yeah,
for a
and you're
week.
about to get flushed
After
down.
making it that long without any more weird gifts or notes, I thought it might be safe to go back to my house and see if anyone was still there.
Oh, definitely not.
While
Your
I was
house is
staying at my
fine.
parents' house, I also contacted my landlord and asked if I could get out of my lease a month early, which he agreed to.
Okay.
I planned on staying at my parents' house for the next month while I packed everything up, just in case these visitors came back.
So
I
you're
got back
just
to the house to
popping
start packing
tail.
things. The first thing I noticed was that the door was unlocked and wide open. No, I
Shit.
didn't lock it when I left, but I definitely closed it. The next thing I noticed was that they left several more gifts in the kitchen.
What is it?
Another dead bird, some
Oh,
more
God.
flowers, and
Okay.
a little toy car that looked just like my car. I went to the bedroom
Oh.
and listened intently to the vent. I
Nothing?
didn't hear anything.
Okay.
So I went to the basement door, opened it, and started screaming down there.
What?
No noise at all. I
Okay.
grabbed a knife from the kitchen just in case, and went to
Wait, you think the deal in the basement? That was wasn't that a month ago? And if it wasn't a month ago, do you really think they would be in the basement after all that time? They already left you all the gifts, they terrified you, and now you're gonna leave. They already finished with you, bro.
the basement. Nobody was there. I felt a brief moment of relief. I
But,
thought to myself, maybe they figured I left for good, and because
Yeah.
of that, they left. At least that's what I hoped. I wasn't going
I-
to take any chances
I
there.
would
I
assume
grabbed a
that.
few essential things and ran to my car. I just didn't want to be in there anymore. Since I had a month to move out, grabbing everything right now was a waste of time. I reversed out of the driveway, and as I put the car in drive,
What? You saw
I saw
someone?
something. Directly across the street was an older couple standing there.
Ooh.
Not super old, they were like in their 50s or 60s.
Okay.
These were two people whom I've never seen before, which wouldn't be weird on its own.
What?
What made it weird was that the older woman waved to me, and I noticed a small yellow flower in her hand. It looked like the same type of flower that was left in my kitchen.
Oh,
The man
yeah,
next to her
no.
didn't do anything.
They
He
did
just
it.
stood there and watched me. I didn't engage with him at all.
You do
I stepped
deserve
on the
this,
gas and
though.
drove away. I looked in the mirror one time as I sped down the street, and I could see them still looking in my direction. When I was driving back to my parents' house, I took a roundabout way. I didn't see them follow me, but I was
Yeah.
paranoid now. I spent the next few weeks afraid of my own shadow. Every noise made me jump.
Come on, they're not
Every
gonna
person
get
who
you
got too
anymore.
close, I thought they were trying to grab me. I can say that this experience changed me for sure.
Oh, yeah,
That
no.
day I got that first flower was the end of my reverse thievery. To this day, I have never been caught. But even more disturbing to me is that I still have no idea who broke into my home and why.
Oh, it was the couple. Obviously, it was that couple. Yeah, I mean, you said you said multiple voices. It was totally them that did it, right? Also, why did they break into your house? What are you talking about? The reason why your house was broken into is because you did it to everyone else. Isn't that obvious? Did you not learn what the lesson was? Okay, so now I am gonna order the stories from most evil narrator to least evil narrator. And I want you guys to know that evil is kind of like a flexible term. I guess the better word is immoral. From most immoral to least. So obviously, if you guys watch both videos, you would know that the first guy is obviously the top of the list, right? All of the other guys have also done bad shit, but nothing as bad as Storyteller number 1. So, I'm gonna put that there, and honestly, I am still gonna have to, I should write this down. I'm gonna write it down. Okay, so, yeah, do the math here. Okay, so, Storyteller number 1 is going on top. Storyteller number 2 is going on the bottom. All he did was steal shoes and shit. So yeah, out of these two, with the Seductor and this guy, I would have to say that Storyteller number 4 is the second most immoral, with number 3 being right there. So here's my list. Storyteller 1 is probably the worst because he actually had fairly violent times, kinda he was actually he was the only one who said that he did this for as far as he could remember. So it kind of felt like he was more born into it rather than the other ones who kind of dipped their toes into it over time. Number 4 is the second most because basically it's what he did to that one couple with the thing. Because what if they got a divorce because of that? And also, he broke into a home. He broke into houses and he gave them a terror like none other. That's why he's number 4. Number 3 is where he is on the list because basically he was a seductor, but he didn't break into a house, and he didn't try to interact with the person any more than that. So yeah, number 2 is where he is because he basically he was a common thief who didn't engage with anybody. So yeah, overall, these were good. I think that I like the last one and the first one the best. And I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!